Hello YouTube, good morning, good afternoon, welcome back to our channel. Recording this episode was immensely entertaining and I hope you guys can enjoy it half as much as I enjoyed playing it. I actually could not believe our luck at some of the moments, but let's not spoil the video too much. I would like to first apologize for uploading this one quite a bit late. League of Legends kinda took over my spare time since the new rank season came out. Feel free to add me if you guys play, but I do not think I'll be logging in too much since I'm pretty sure I got any urges to play the game out of my system. Although, maybe in the future we could do a clash team with subscribers or something. That sounds kinda fun. Anyways, you guys can expect more consistent uploads for a while. Now, let's get on to the episode. Last time, we successfully besieged the city of Tyrosh and left just as we were preparing an attack on the city of Misafair. I actually ordered the army to wait, hoping our father-in-law, Oberyn Martell, would be able to join us. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to arrive in time and we had to make a move before the cohesion of our force broke down completely. I'll show you guys a bit of the battle, but not all of it. You guys might have noticed last episode, but the sieging mechanics of Bannerlord are still not perfect. The spawning of the defenders and the AI of the attackers still needs quite a bit of work in my opinion. I'm not sure how many updates the game has received, but like I mentioned on the first episode, this is post-official release. I haven't updated the game since, but I remember reading that the developers wanted to buff siege defenses by, for example, giving them the ability to knock down ladders. Basically, I am not sure if those changes have been implemented in the current version of the game, but I am looking forward to experiencing them myself once we finish this series. We disbanded the army after the successful siege, but immediately after, we were notified that Dorne was declaring war on Liz. It seems this decision was spearheaded by Nymeria Toland and decided to back her up. In any case, getting closer with the Lord who was quickly gaining power would not be detrimental. Now that the town was under our control, the enemy lords close to our area began to scatter. We had to use most of our influence in the last two sieges, so I'll show you guys a bit of the battles we fought in order to recuperate some of it. Thanks to our mercantile foundations, money was no longer much of an issue, and we began to mainly focus on glory and renown. Finally, all of our efforts were now rewarded with the ownership of Misafair. But I was surprised to see that Nymeria Toland had been considered as well. Our power grew quite a bit with the acquisition of our very own town, and I was determined to govern it to the best of my abilities. This meant that we started to focus our patrols around the area, and in time even found a bandit hideout to clear. Eventually, Prince Doran Martell saw fit to declare peace with Tyrosh, and we were once again able to focus on the offensive. I'll show you guys our first battle with Liz's forces. I'll also provide some insight on Nymeria Toland and her house, since I kinda got curious of her background and why she was keeping up with us in her climb to power. Nymeria Toland herself does not actually play a huge role in the story of Game of Thrones, but the history of her house is pretty interesting nonetheless. Their banner shows a green dragon biting its own tail on a golden field. The dragon shows how time has no beginning and no end, and serves as a reminder that the Toland successfully resisted the dragons of Aegon the Conqueror during the First Dornish War. The colors were chosen in memory of the brave jester who faced Aegon himself while his lord escaped. Their seat, Ghost Hill, is described as having chalk white walls that shine against the deep blue sea of Dorne. After winning, we noticed the list had sent a small army to capture our new gained town of Tyrosh. I quickly started the process to call an army until I realized that reinforcements would probably not come in time. To be honest, I also remembered that letting the enemy besiege Tyrosh would eventually grant us another opportunity of becoming its owner. Literally moments later, Tyrosh was taken. We stayed in the vicinity for a while until we noticed most of our forces were attacking the capital of the Lys faction. This meant there would be no support if the Lys army continued their march to our own town. I wanted to be ready if they replicated our strategy, and so we went back. To my amazement, Misa Fair was actually holding a tournament. We have already reached the point where we win around 4 out of every 5 tournaments we participate in, and they're usually more of a chore than actually entertaining. But every once in a while, you are able to test your skills against the best warriors in the world and even win some remarkable prizes, like this new helmet. Apart from that, I was proud to have been able to show our combat abilities to the public. Maybe it would earn us more of their support. Unbeknownst to me, the people of the city turned out to have been starving. It seems they were unable to recover from our siege like I had hoped. We decided to go buy all the grain and beer we could carry to bring back to the city and nearby villages. Although we would have gladly given it for free, we actually ended up gaining more dinars than what we had spent. It seems war has a direct effect on the prices of certain goods. A bit later, and our labors were once again compensated, this time with the ownership of the town, Lys. On the way to our new island territory, we ran into a starving enemy party. We found a group of almost 100 to basically be defeated, and while we let the fledgling commander of 19 leave, we took as many prisoners as we could. Nonetheless, the thought that they would be better off as well-treated prisoners instead of being left without food to fend for themselves did cross my mind. We then received a raven letting us know the Lys was being attacked by the leader of the enemy faction. Our immediate response was to call on all the lords available. We could probably make it in time, rout the remainder of their forces, and put an end to this short war. Naturally, we were the first to arrive at Lys. However, I realized there was a chance for our allies to be intercepted before they could cross the strait. This meant that we had to wait for the other lords on the coast. My intuition proved to be correct, as there was multiple parties stationed on the area. First, we managed to help out another lord in their battle. Afterwards, we chased another group until we realized our previous companion had found himself in an unwinnable battle. We couldn't risk helping him. It was imperative we remained as strong as possible for the battle over Lys. He ended up being captured, but we were able to isolate the party holding him hostage and set him free after defeating them. We did not forget to let him know that he now owed us. The spoils of the battle even included a horse armor, which we quickly put on our mount. Once our force was a little over 300, we decided to turn back and challenge the assailants of our new island. Astonishingly, it turned out that by patrolling the coast, we had destroyed the logistics of the opposing side. In other terms, by not letting anyone near Lys, the besieging army had run out of food. They were now attempting to escape, but were cornered by us. More importantly, however, it meant that they were unsuccessful in retaking control of Lys. The leader of the faction was among those in a desperate condition. We made sure to take him prisoner after intercepting his party. Battling a snake becomes much easier when its head is cut off, just like defeating Lys would become facilitated by keeping the ruler prisoner. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I had a lot of fun playing this time around. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. The series only gets better. Next episode, we will spend a little time evaluating the strength of the other kingdoms and basically see how the other factions have spent their time. I'll once again leave a preview and hope to see you guys then. Peace.